it going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with another episode of the X-Files. It's episode 23 of Season 2, with 2 more left to go after this. And hopefully this week's edition will not be gross. I mean, yeah, it was quite horrific stuff with that last episode. Little sprinkles of reminders, I would say, you know, as someone watching in 2026, from what happened about several years ago. But yeah, I mean, it was quite horrific, of course, with everything that went down, and yeah. So hopefully this episode won't be gross. So yeah, but with that said, why don't we get into this episode of the X-Files? It's episode number 23 of season 2. Let's go. Is he going to 606? Six, 7.
Oh no.
What the His shadow caused that! What the sugar? It's a grim telling of Peter Pan. The shadow disconnected and yeah.
Finding out the FBI are involved. Kelly?
Doesn't want to let Scully down.
Kelly. Hi. This is Agent Mulder.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Well,
Heard a lot about you.
we'll talk later.
Missing man.
Heat register.
You don't think anyone could have squeezed in there?
You never know.
Go back to
You guys turn up
Tombs,
any
of course. He's
flashes
just
of
having
them.
flashbacks.
This.
Not their first rodeo.
And trace minerals?
No, it could be the residue from burnt human flesh.
This look like an
Oh
arm to anybody.
shit. Yeah.
An arm? What are you thinking, Mulder?
He's been abducted, but
That's
from
fine,
below.
That's right where I'd be if I was standing here answering the door. What are the odds of that, huh?
Yeah.
Darkness covers a multitude of sins.
He can't be in the light.
My newest tool in the fight against crime. 49.
All to do with his shadow, isn't it?
Neat trick. For your birthday, I'll buy you a utility belt. Retired from Laramie Tobacco, where she worked production line for 36 years. Tobacco?
Yeah, there's a pattern.
Yeah, but half of Richmond earns their paycheck making cancer sticks. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, sure, it's just a
And
coincidence.
Lambert was an engineer for polarity magnetic field.
Ah, there you go. Okay, so maybe it was. Maybe it was.
No, it doesn't say anything here that puts her anywhere near the Richmond train station.
Maybe that was a detail that was overlooked.
Well, even so, what's the significance?
Maybe these people aren't just disappearing. Maybe they're being hunted, and the hunter's working the train station.
He seemed a bit agitated,
happened
didn't he?
to
But
Scully
maybe
in the
the
combustion?
shadows at
Maybe
play
it's not so
in terms
spontaneous.
of manipulation.
Get on the phone to
I don't
the
know.
detective and tell her to get...
Roger that, 64. I'm on my way.
Oh no, he's next.
Sir, could I speak with you?
He's next.
Hold on, I only want to ask you a couple questions. Stay away from me. I don't want to hurt you. Move it. Hands where we can see them.
It might be your biggest mistake. Especially if he's entering light. Yeah.
No. Barney? Don't, no. Stay away.
And he's next.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know why, but it's kind of giving Vashta Narada vibes of Doctor Who, in a sense.
You don't have a clue, do you?
He was here, Scully. I was right about that.
And that's it, though. He
Alright,
is
where does this
definitely
leave us?
sticking to
Maybe
the
he
shadows.
was
Is this
identified
guy?
That's it for March 22nd on the arrival deck.
Okay, let's go back to the terminal tape.
Again?
He's got to be on at least one of these tapes.
Chances are he's not walking around carrying a sign with an arrow on it.
There you go.
I am the Shadow Man.
Can you freeze this and blow it up to 100%?
Sure.
I love how Mulder's
Can you
able to pick
reframe
up
and
on
blow it
these
up somewhere?
patterns that might seem like nothing, but obviously
That's
something.
jacket right there.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
First I've seen of him in 5 weeks.
Oh.
I wondered if he wasn't going to turn up dead.
How's that?
Chester was involved in a terrible accident here.
How he got his abilities, I guess. Ooh.
Polarity magnetics does, or did...
I mean, I kind of assumed that if he worked at
mostly we were designing
polarity magnetics.
Entries of the universe. Theoretically, the very building blocks of reality.
Except no one knows if they truly exist.
Chester was sure they did. So sure, he bet his life on it.
Might have just aged badly there. Ooh.
Where it happened.
But yeah. That's how he got his ability. It's just like with the Flash, isn't it? With the particle accelerator and not going kaput and yeah. Oh,
As far as I
damn.
can tell, it burned Chester's shadow right into the wall.
So, ooh.
Seeing Chester, he was perfectly calm. Almost like he wanted it to happen. Like he was finally going to experience the dark matter he had theorized.
And now it's taken a hold on his life.
Away.
There's no sign of him, Mulder. Maybe he's moved on.
He's
I videotaped Dr. Banton kept staring at the floor and trying to figure out what he might have been looking at.
yeah, walking in his
Or maybe
shoes.
do you...
Look here, there are hardly any shadows cast.
What do you mean?
It needs to
Lighting
be at a
here is
certain
huge.
lighting, isn't it?
Soft light. Or if that's what Dr. Banton was looking
Looking for a shadow?
Ooh, yeah.
Understand? You're making a big mistake. Stay away from me.
Don't do anything drastic, Banton!
Wait,
No!
it'll kill you. It doesn't care who you are.
Look at the way it's like, ooh. Ooh, sheesh.
Matter.
It has everything to do with dark matter.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
shadow
obsessed.
isn't mine. It's like a black hole. It splits molecules into component atoms. It
And these people
unzips
are essentially getting
electrons
sent
from
into
their
a black
orbits,
hole. Oy.
reduces matter. I was looking right at her. And then she was gone.
Oof.
You have no control
Gobbled
over
up
it?
by the black hole.
If I could
Nom nom
control it,
nom.
do you think?
So,
For the purpose of stealing what has taken me years to accomplish.
It's like all of his
I
secrets
don't
are
think they
there.
didn't kill to get it.
but if they killed you, then wouldn't your shadow just...
Disappear? Who knows?
In before it just opens up a gigantic black hole in the world. And that's it. That's all, folks.
That's why you...
But no one seems to be able to recall inviting the FBI in on this case.
Agent Mulder and I are here strictly in an unofficial capacity.
Then who brought you in?
We were curious about the unexplained nature.
Your reason not to continue to let her prosecute
Wow.
it once the prisoner has been transferred.
Transferred? Where?
To the city jail in
Sit-
preparation for his arraignment.
Oh,
I don't think you fully
no.
appreciate this man's condition or the danger that he poses.
I don't think you have the authority to tell me or anyone else in my unit how to do our job.
Yeah, but this is bigger fish than you can handle, so...
I think we can handle
Suck
it from
it.
here, Agent Mulder. She's a woman trying to survive the boys' club, Mulder. Believe me, I know how she feels.
I was
The
gonna
difference
say,
is you never put
she's
yourself
been
ahead of
there.
your work, and that's what's happening here.
Look, the fact is we have no jurisdiction here. We were called in as a favor.
And as a favor, we just handed over the A-bomb to the Boy Scouts.
I'm sure all the necessary precautions will be taken.
And
I'm
that
sure.
Robert Oppenheimer got
Sure.
similar reassurances from his government, the same government that Dr. Bannon is afraid of.
Oh,
Maybe
damn!
that's Paranoia.
Ah, yes! Mr. X.
Quarks, gluons, dark matter. He believes the government is out to get him.
It's tax season. So do most Americans.
He believes his life is in danger.
Is he a dangerous man?
Yes.
The next time the blood and regret could be yours.
Oh.
I'm not at your beck and call, Agent Mulder. I have nothing to gain and everything to lose by helping you. Promise you won't contact me again unless absolutely necessary.
But this is absolutely necessary. This is... Oh my god. Well, you tried.
Hi. We're here to transfer Chester Ray Banton.
Oh, so he did come in clutch.
Tomorrow.
Due to the power outage, there's been a change of plans.
Damn! Damn! Look, this is not my this is none of my business. And then 5 seconds later.
Here. Quickly.
Shit!
Who are you?
No, don't do this. Please, please.
Yeah. Well, Mulder didn't expect shit, did he? Oh, he didn't expect X to help out. Yeah, you want to run. Mulder thought you were just gonna flip him the bird, and now you went in your own accord and lost 2 of your guys because you kind of went behind his back. Great job.
Put yourself in his head, Scully. I think the only reason he hasn't tried to kill himself is because he's afraid his death will release the dark matter.
Wait a second, that's still just a theory, and it's a pretty wild one at that.
Whether or not Dr. Banton is actually
I mean,
telling the truth,
it's
he
not
believes
something
he
he
is.
wants to risk, is it?
What are you talking about? Don't you understand? I'm it.
I am the living embodiment of dark matter.
The accident? They're coming for me, Chris. We have to destroy this thing before they get here.
No, you can't go back in there, Chester.
Police!
Oh, shit.
I'm placing you under arrest.
I'm sorry.
Couldn't take that chance, but 4!
No, Chris. Tell me you're not working for them.
Wish I could, Chester.
You
Oh!
Careful, we don't want you to hurt yourself.
Damn!
Don't abuse me!
You're lightning in a bottle, Chester. We're not about to let you die.
Damn, what the hell?
I've got it. He's not going anywhere until you pick him up.
Yo, Chris, what the shit? Oh, shit. Oh, I had a feeling X silenced him. Oh, no.
Mulder!
Wait. Oh my god!
You had agreed not to contact me again about this.
And then you, yeah,
About?
you went behind his
Ray
back.
Banton. You knew who he was, and you used me to lead you to him.
You were the one who contacted me, Agent Mulder.
I won't be your stalking horse or the government's.
You see, despite my loyalty to my predecessor, I've never made you any promises.
Oh shit.
All right, promise me something right now. Promise me this will be our last meeting. We're finished.
You're choosing a dangerous time to go it alone, Agent Mulder.
Well, if you're gonna be sketchy about shit. That's it, it's a gnarly way to go. 30 years is, yeah.
He hasn't been seen or heard from since Banton disappeared.
You have
Yeah,
any
there we
leads to know
go.
where he might be?
No, none.
But you do.
I've been wondering, what if it wasn't Banton we saw in the particle accelerator?
Well, if Batten's not dead, then where is he?
Oh shit, yeah. I was wondering, like, it was a bit blurred, wasn't it? The video footage.
We'll be studying this man for a long time.
What is his game? Sheesh. Oh, the tear. Yo. I don't know why. The sound there. It's kind of giving, I don't know, it kind of sounds like a bit of a TARDIS. I don't know. Yeah, kinda does. It's a type something TARDIS. No, but that is messed. Like, again, I think with the video feed, obviously, you know, I guess the perks of the 90s HD didn't come into fruition, and you know, any kind of shady shit can be a little bit obscured and all of that. And not just that though, but he was like planted face down. Well, not planted face down as if he was on the floor, but he's in the seat and he was like slumped. So we could just assume that he killed himself in terms of he knew what was going to happen with the thing. So yeah, I mean, it's quite a grim ending, isn't it, with everything that went down with Ryan, with what Banton is going through, and yeah, ultimately it's like it's just a heartbreaking ending, and it just adds a layer of alarm, really, when it comes to the character of Mr. X, doesn't it? So I just had a bad feeling as well that he was going to do something behind Mulder's back when they had that initial meeting about Banton, and he's like, "This is bigger than you. You look, just leave it be. There's nothing that's going to happen." And yeah, but that's it though. He decided to take matters into his own hands and all of that, and because of the play behind Mulder's back, he inadvertently had two of his men taken away, and yeah, I feel like he was so close to being unlucky himself, but I mean, now they've captured him and they are testing him. It's just messed up. Like, very interesting, especially when you've got someone who is affected by dark matter, and you know, my mind personally flashes back to the Flash and the particle accelerator, and you've got someone who is, you know, has the abilities you get from the particle from the particle accelerator. It's not necessarily going to be good or bad, or well, it's not necessarily going to be good, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. It can be one or the other. And for this guy, he got the bad luck straw, really, and it was just really, really haunting. So yeah, but things definitely did pick up with X's involvement because of the kind of secrecy and you know, what happened when it came to them thinking, Mulder and Scully thinking that Banton had been dealt with. And that's it, though. There's more secrecy because of the fact that they are led to believe he killed himself, but the body that they saw was, yeah. But of course, there is now that belief he must have gotten out of Dodge, and now they are unaware of the fact that X has captured Banton. It was an episode that really did test things between X and Mulder, but it's such a very, very enthralling and intense situation, isn't it? So, yeah. And it just does add something, doesn't it, in terms of the fact that, well, there is this the shadiness continues for Mr. X. So we know that throughout ever since he debuted, he is a completely different kind of character to Deep Throat, but there is a little bit more, I'd say, sinisterism, I would say, with his character. So yeah. But yeah, it was just a really, really great thing to focus on amidst the Banton situation. I mean, obviously it was pertaining Banton, but for Mulder and X themselves, in terms of the secrecy and even that like last scene as well, where it was very, very haunting, and more lies behind Mulder's back. It just creates a very, very well done and tense environment. So yeah, it was just really, like, I really enjoyed the plot itself, like I said, when it came to Banton, and I did feel so much for him. Like, they could have done someone who was manipulating these abilities to vaporize people and all of that. So yeah, but you got someone who is so like cursed, and he just feels he brings death, doesn't he? Because he tries to keep himself in the dark, or as soft in soft light as much as possible, because of, I mean, you saw in that alleyway sequence with those two officers, he was very, very hesitant and all of that, but knew what had to be done, and that is obviously on his own. It's not him, but it is him as well at the same time, because he's it's kind of like, yeah, the shadow is not taking control of his mind and all of that, but it is reacting, and kind of how it acts sentient, considering the fact that with the Veshna Marauders, they do that anyways. They act sentient, but with the shadow, it kind of acts anyways. In a way, it's kind of giving Peter Pan vibes, with his shadow having a mind of its own in a sense, but still being attached to Peter, right? But it's not like like when the shadow attacked and all of that. It's not like it was mimicking Banton's shadows. It pulled itself in poses that wasn't matching with Banton. So yeah. So it was just really, it's a tragic situation, really. And I mean, not just tragic obviously for Banton himself, but for like Ryan as well, for example. Especially I felt so bad for, like, obviously she was a little out of her depth, as we kind of like established and all of that, but still, she didn't deserve that to happen to her. Because grim as it is, he was choosing the survival, like he was choosing the lives of the many versus the lives. Yeah, he was choosing that basically. And that had to come at the sacrifice of Ryan. So yeah, and it was just very, very, like I said, sad for Scully really as well. Like with her being a mentor of sorts, it was just very, very interesting to go into this episode and see how things went by with Banton, because again, he was just very. It was just very interesting seeing how he was trying to fight this whole tussle between him and his shadow, and there are certain points where he just cannot win, really. So and that includes staying alive. He has to stay alive because the worst could happen, but there is clear, again, they could have taken this in any direction in terms of someone trying to manipulate this ability in terms of creating nefarious string of murders and all of that. And whereas a string of murders did happen and all of that, it wasn't malicious from Banton. I mean, even with Ryan, I wouldn't say that was malicious. That was him having to do what needs to be done, because the alternative is him shot in the head, and who knows what could happen. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta stay in your lane. I don't know. Just based on the fact that Banton, did toy around with the building blocks of the universe, and the universe bit back. The universe decided it was not having any of that. So yeah, yeah, it was a great episode. Very fun, very thrilling, but also very tragic towards the end. So yeah, but and Mr. X, of course, making some very, very interesting moves in terms of his own story, but of course very alarming as well, like I said. So, but yeah, that was X-Files, episode 23 of season 2. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!